What's up, performance marketers? Welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great summer. I wanted to talk to you today about something that is very, very important that I see a lot of people making mistakes on. So last week we talked about building curiosity and generating your headlines. And that's huge for getting people to show interest in your products. Another tactic that we use is that we will give away something. We will trade something of value for somebody to sign up for your offer, for your lead opt-in page. And we call that the lead magnet, a lead magnet giveaway. You give away something for free, and in return, you get something from them, whether they give you their email address, they show up for a webinar, or they book a call, what have you. It's just another way to get somebody to take some action. So today we are going to talk about the 9 mistakes every marketer should avoid when deciding on the lead magnet that they give away. So stick around and we will give you the list momentarily. Before I dive into the 9 mistakes that you should avoid, I first want to go into explaining what a lead magnet actually is. So I'm going to define for you what a lead magnet is. A lead magnet is a marketing term that us marketers use that we will give to a cold prospect who doesn't know us so that they'll take some sort of action. So the idea here is that you're going to give something away of intrinsic value that only your audience is interested in. And in return, they're going to sign up and you're going to increase your lead page conversion rate. Okay? Your lead rate, your lead conversion rate. So you're going to get more people to opt in because they're interested in what you're giving away. Okay? So use cases on why you would use something like this would be if you wanted somebody to join an email list, or you wanted to have them sign up for a free trial, right? Or maybe you're giving away a sample that you want them to try. So things like this that you want somebody to take an action on is important because, one, you're giving them something that shows your expertise, and two, they're moving on in the process as you're sending them through whatever your sales process is, right? So, other things that you could do is they can get them to sign up for like your text message newsletter, give them permission for you to text, or your Facebook Messenger, or you want them to book a call or show up to a webinar or subscribe to your YouTube channel. A number of things that should be your goal at the end. And the lead magnet that you're using to give away is part of the incentive for them to take that action. So it's an ethical bribe, ultimately. So I'm going to dive in here because these are things that I see people doing that you want to avoid when you're sitting and thinking about the things that you want to give away to your audience. So number 1 is you want to ask yourself, does my lead magnet solve a real problem? Does my lead magnet solve a real problem? I see this all the time. People will create lead magnets based on what they think the audience wants instead of giving them what they actually need, okay? And it's important. You need to give something of value away. So as an example, get my 7-step process on how to build a winning survey that converts cold leads into customers, right? So you want to give something to somebody that may be interesting to them. Get my blueprint on how to build the exact survey that I generated 50,000 leads a day on that can be yours in your account today. Things like that. So you want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you're solving the problem for what you're giving to them. Number 2, am I making a quick promise that will give them what they want? Okay? You want to give them something that is quick and easy for them to digest. Okay? You don't want to give them a whole long 400-page report, right? It's going to take them forever to get through it. It's something that you want to be able to give them that is quick, easy, digestible, and it's something that they think they need and they definitely want. So quick promise, give them what they want. Give them what they want. Number 3, you want to make sure your lead magnet is easy and quick to consume. Okay? Similar to what we said earlier, you're making a quick promise where you're going to get them to give them something they want, and you're going to make it very easy for them to consume. They'll be able to look at it within minutes and be able to get some value out of it, right? So ask yourself when you're looking at what you're giving them, is this quick? Is it easy to consume? Don't overcomplicate things. It's not something you want to do. It confuses people. They're not going to read it. They're not going to go through it. They're not going to take the time to do it. So often, some examples of things you could be doing is you could create a visual, such as an infographic or a roadmap with the steps from whatever your process is, or a blueprint, or something that you can draw out, maybe checklists, things like that. Okay? So some ideas to think about, but you want to make it easy to consume. Okay? Number 4, you want to make sure, it's very important, okay? You want to make sure that your niche audience perceives the giveaway as high value, okay? Your niche audience perception of value, right? Why? Because you want qualified leads. You want to talk to the people that are your diehard customers, the people that are going to love you and want to be a part of what you're doing. So you want to give them something that's perceived value. If somebody's not going to be buying your product, they may not see your lead magnet as something that's valuable. And if they don't think it's valuable, they're not going to sign up, which is a good thing, because you don't want everybody. You want just the people who are going to be your customer at some point. So you want to offer something that makes sense for just your audience, okay? So something like, hey, gym owners, get my 5-step process to close 5,000 new customers in the next 30 days without Facebook ads. Well, in that scenario, we're calling out gym owners, okay? And you're giving them a step-by-step process on how to close from leads to sales. And for me, if I'm not a gym owner, I'm probably not going to sign up for it because that's not interesting to me, right? That's not my business. So it's good because the person that is going to be generating those leads, the one who's selling for those gym owners, they want to talk to gym owners. They want to weed out the noise, just get the people that they can talk to, that they can sell. So you want to make sure that you're making a real promise and you get to the point with something that is perceived as high value to your niche audience, okay? Number 5, okay, is you need to explain when they will receive the lead magnet. You need to be very clear with them. Okay? Timing of receiving lead magnet giveaway. Okay? This is extremely important. Most of the time, when you're generating leads, what happens is you want to capture data on the front end, right? So whether you're in a survey where you get them to take some questions, answer those questions, they land on your lead capture page, right? Where you want them to opt in. Then that means give you permission to market to them. And what you're doing there is, in a survey, normally you have some curiosity on the front end. They're going to want to receive some information from you based on what you just asked them, the questions, and they're going to learn something about themselves. And then what you do is you increase the opportunity for them to get more by adding something in for this particular giveaway for them that's of value, that's going to put them over the edge. So if they're not really sure if they want to give your information or not, this is huge. However, after this, I want them to stay in my flow to my outcome page, because I want to now try to take them to the next step. I want to take them from a lead into whatever the action is that my goal is for that survey. So I might want somebody to sign up for a webinar and watch that webinar right there. Well, if the webinar is 30 minutes long, well, then I want to address immediately on the next page when and how they will receive the giveaway. So, for example, they sign up for at the end of the survey, and on the outcome page, it's, I have my headline. My headline would be specific to each segment, right? I would customize it for each of the segments that I have on whatever their desires are and whatever their pain points or roadblocks are, right? We went over that last week with our headline. The next thing right after that would be me acknowledging the giveaway. So, for example, I'm going to give away the 9-step email series on the 9 mistakes every marketer should avoid when you're deciding on the lead magnet giveaway. Okay? So what I would say is, thanks for signing up. You're now going to receive the 9-step email series of how to choose your lead magnet giveaway and avoid the 9 mistakes that most marketers make. You'll receive the first email in 1 hour. Okay? The reason why I would say 1 hour is because I want people to stay and watch my webinar for the next 30 minutes to an hour. Whatever time period you want them to stay, you want to address that up front so they're not leaving and going to check out, oh, did I get this giveaway? Is it in my email inbox? No, you're getting it in an hour. So relax, hang around, and let's continue on, right? So if it's something shorter where you want them to buy a low ticket guide or ebook, or you want them to book a call, or you want them to connect to your Facebook Messenger, that's a lot quicker, right? So you can say something along the lines like, congratulations, you're subscribed to my 9-step email series. Your first email will be in your inbox in 15 minutes, in 30 minutes. So you want to use some timing, right? You don't want to put the giveaway on your thank you page because you don't want them leaving. You want to keep them inside your flow. Same thing as if it's a sale, right? When you're selling something, you sell your low ticket. The next step, you might have an OTO, right? A one-time offer upsell. And in that case, you want them to stick around and pay attention to that. You don't want to give them something that's going to distract them away from your page, right? So it's pretty important for you to acknowledge when you're giving something away, the timing and the delivery method and when to expect to receive it. And this way, people will hang around and they won't drop off your page. Okay? So, number 6, you want to ask yourself, does my giveaway demonstrate my expertise? So you want to demonstrate how smart you are about your topic. You want to give value, right? You want people to realize you know what you're talking about. So you want to make sure when you're going and showing people something, for example, I'm right now giving 9 mistakes every marketer should avoid when deciding on giving away a lead magnet. I've been doing this for years. I've seen what happens if you don't follow these rules, right? We just talked about it earlier about creating perception of value. The quality of your leads will be very low if you have something like win a $500 Amazon gift card, right? In that scenario, it's so basic that everybody may want a $500 Amazon gift card, sure. But you want somebody that's coming in that wants something very specific to what is deemed valuable to your world, right? So it's really important that when you're doing that, you want to demonstrate your expertise in this situation. You want to make a very good first impression on somebody. The first impressions are crucial to the relationship of taking your best foot forward and showing them what you're about, what you got, and why you are the person to trust to take them to the promised land. Okay? They're signing up here because they're interested in your product. Now it's time for you to deliver. It's time to you to show them that this could be the solution for them. You know it is, but they don't, not yet. So, number 7. Does this lead magnet help me build a relationship with my niche audience? Does the giveaway help build a relationship? You want to ask yourself that question. So what does that mean? So you're getting somebody to sign up, right? Well, if you're collecting your email address, then you're getting them to opt in so that you can start to send emails to them, right? You can capture the phone number, and if you capture their phone number, if you get permission, you can call them. They can opt in to receive text messages from you. Other ways that you can do things where you're continuing on with building the relationship is if you get them to, for example, sign up for a private Facebook group, or maybe you have a Slack channel that you're allowing them to be a part of, where they're going to be part of something exclusive, where they're very important to you. So they're part of your VIP club. You might get them to sign up for your Facebook Messenger. But what you want to do is you want to think about ways that you can stay in touch with these people, but not in a way where you have to be invasive, right? So for me, I have a podcast, right? You guys are listening to this podcast. I have a YouTube channel, right? Maybe you're watching this on YouTube. I want to be able to extend my expertise to people like you, where you can listen to me when you're working out or in the car, or you can watch on YouTube if you like to see the visual, similar to how we're doing this board, right? So you can look at what's going on the board. And in that case, you're consuming my content, right? And hopefully you're getting some value out of what we're talking about here. Hopefully you can follow these steps when you're about to build a lead magnet giveaway or give something out to somebody. You're like, let me go check out what Beer was showing on Performance Marketer podcast, or when he was talking about, what we should give away. Let's go check it out. What shouldn't I do? What should I be asking myself, right? So the idea is that you're giving away something that now I can now extend a relationship with you guys. So hopefully you're subscribed to my podcast. Hopefully you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. This is where I am at the end of the giveaway. So I'm giving something away to somebody. So at this point, you have the option of trying to get them to take an action. So you might say, I'll give to you the 9-step email series on the avoid you want a mistake that you want to avoid, the 9 mistakes you want to avoid when you're giving away a lead magnet, okay? But you have to sign up for you have to subscribe to my podcast. You have to subscribe to YouTube. You have to join my private Facebook group, right? And perhaps the deliverables could be, well, when you're part of my Facebook group, I'm going to post the PDF of the 9 mistakes that you want to avoid inside the group. And that's where you can get it. Or I'm going to announce how you can receive the 9-step giveaway on my YouTube channel next week, right? So things like this where you're just getting people to be notified when you're putting more content out into the marketplace, because you want to start building a relationship with them today, because you never know, right? You don't want to just make somebody sign up with you and force them to do something that they're not ready for. And sometimes they have to listen to you, see what you're doing, and when they're ready, maybe 6 months from now, maybe a year from now, maybe you don't have what they're looking for yet, right? Like my Survey Detective platform, surveydetective.io. You can sign up for the VIP waitlist, and I'm going to give away this 9-step email series if you do so. But I don't have the platform ready for you to sign up yet, right? I'm letting the people that are in the Performance Marketer Club use our Survey Detective platform, but I'm not giving it out to the world yet. So you can't buy it from me, even if you wanted to, right? So I'm just going to talk to you about how to build surveys. I'm going to talk to you about the value that's here when you're giving away something and how you can get good quality leads, right? And maybe you want to work with me when I launch it in 3-6 months from now, but you'll already have it on your mind. So you want to think about when you're doing that, how you can build a relationship with somebody so you start to become familiar with them, okay? Number 8. Okay. You want to ask yourself, what I'm giving away, is this something that allows me to introduce them to my expertise, into the value that I'm bringing to the table, so that it's step 1 of my 9-step process. And I can now ascend you up the ladder. I can ascend you up the ladder of relationships or of products, right? So like a lot of times what will happen is people will give away a blueprint. They'll give away a checklist. They'll give away some sort of ebook. And at the same time, you could easily sell those lead magnets for $7, $17, $27. What happens is a lot of times guys will give away stuff as a lead magnet giveaway, but they'll also sell it, right? So when you're selling something of low ticket, a guide or an ebook or a checklist, or maybe an infographic of the roadmap, the product roadmap, the steps you need to take to get to the end game, there's a value there because you're selling it to everybody else. But you're saying, you know what? I'm going to give this away for free in return for you to subscribe to my podcast, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, to join my private Facebook group, to join my private Facebook group and make 3 comments, right? Some things that you can get people to engage with your program, whatever you're doing. They're consuming your content. And now, if you get them to start to consume your content, what you're doing is you're without them even realizing it, with their subconscious, you're just in their back of their head. You're becoming relevant to them. You're becoming familiar to them. And now they're more open when you have something to offer for them to buy it because they trust you. You've already delivered value. They know that you are smart. They know you know what you're talking about because you've already demonstrated it, right? Like hopefully when you're watching this, if you're watching things with me, you're seeing that I have some idea on what's going on with surveys, with generating high quality leads, with generating cold leads of people that don't know who you are, and then being able to take that cold lead and convert them into a customer, right? So when you're ready to start building your list, you're going to come to me. When you're ready to start segmenting your list and learning more about your list and stopping the guessing, you're going to come to me. You're going to want to work with me. And I'm gladly going to help you. If you fall in the world of who I want to work with, right? You have an option on who you can work with. You don't have to work with people that you don't like. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to ask yourself, whatever I'm giving away, does it help me with taking them to the next level in what I'm trying to get them to purchase? So, for example, you want them to ascend up your product ladder. So that would look like this. Lead magnet giveaway. Okay. Now you could go into selling something for a low ticket. Okay. So maybe you give them something here. Maybe you give them a blueprint infographic. So blueprint roadmap. And then on the low ticket, the step-by-step process. Walking them through how to implement the blueprint. Right? Now, usually, and you can also skip over, it's usually your core offer. Okay? Whatever that core offer is where you want to take them. Now, it can go from your lead magnet to your core offer, or it could go lead magnet to low ticket to your core offer, right? It could go lead magnet to a low ticket. Then you can go to, you can even go to a medium ticket. Now your core offer, then it could go into your core offer. Now your core offer, depending on what that is, will determine if there's high ticket afterwards. But you get what I mean, right? So the idea is it's all starting with this lead magnet giveaway. What are you giving them that's starting the process? Okay, you're not giving away something and then it just stops. Okay, you want to give away something that's going to just, it's the beginning of your relationship that's going to continue on, that they're going to need something later, right? You don't want to just give something to them and then you're done and it's over. They got the lead magnet and you're done. You delivered. But what's the next step? I see a lot of people do that. They'll give away something and then they don't use that to take them to the next part of their sales process. You need to continue on, right? The whole goal is you want them to become your customer. You want to find good people that you can make an impact on and help them with what they need. You have the answers. So you're just giving them something on the front end here to take them to the next step. So whatever that is, you need to make sure, you need to ask yourself, what I'm giving away, does it help me with extending the relationship? Does it help me with continuing on with them, that they're going to want the next thing that you're offering? Okay. Number 9, which kind of goes into a little bit of what we just said earlier is this. Do I have a core offer? Okay? Guys, I see people making this mistake all the time. Okay? Core offer. Here. What's my core offer? What am I selling? What's my main thing that I'm selling? You guys, the way that you build your lead magnets is you reverse engineer it from your core offer. Okay? It's very similar to when you're trying to figure out what content you want to put out into the marketplace. It's people are racking their brains about what do I give away? What should I? You don't have to make up anything. You have to look at what is my core offer? And then you're taking a piece of your core offer, something of value, and you can give that away. The people that are going to want your core offer are going to be very interested in all of the pieces that you're providing. So when you look at something like me, okay, I have a survey platform, right? I'm pitching that you should not be marketing universally to your audience. You need to now make things relatable, right? You need to customize. You need to speak to the people on their specific issues, okay? I have a performance marketer membership club right now. I opened it up to the founding members. So they're paying on a monthly basis to be part of this program where I'm taking them through my beer method on how to build a survey and convert cold leads into customers. Okay? So when I'm doing giveaways, I can go through all the steps that I am showing them in the beer method and pull it out as a lead magnet. Right? It's the same way I'm doing content for you, right? So if you look at it, last week I talked about how to build headlines. That's just one piece of what I'm teaching people. And you need that on your welcome page. You need that on your lead opt-in page. You need that on your outcome page, right? The difference is what we talked about last week versus what I'm doing in my world of surveys is when you start off in the welcome page for the headline, you have one generic headline because you don't know who's coming through first. In your segmentation funnel, when you identify which segment they belong in, which target market you're speaking to, you already know what their pain points are, what their roadblocks are, what challenges they have. So then what happens is that headline changes. And you now, if you have 5 different target markets, you would have 5 different lead capture pages with 5 different headlines talking about whatever that pain point is for each of those people. So it's relatable to you. If you're struggling and you feel like you don't have any experience in marketing and you're struggling with building your list, my lead capture page could be how to solve your list building challenges, even if you don't have any marketing experience whatsoever, right? So that was all coming from, at the end of the day, I want you to be part of my Performance Marketer Club. I want you to be part of using the Survey Detective platform, right? So I'm just pulling a piece of the headline, but there's many pieces within the entire method on how to get from A to B, right? So it would be, that is step 4 of 9 in my beer method process. So, and the idea is, right, at the end, if you want to learn the entire process, go sign up at surveydetective.io, join the VIP waitlist, and I will inform you when the platform is ready. Or I open up the Performance Marketer Club that you can join so that you can use it before it opens up to the public, right? And plus, I'm going to also give you the report on the 9 mistakes every marketer should avoid when deciding on what lead magnet giveaway they are going to give to their prospects, their cold leads, their audience, right? So the whole idea, guys, when you're figuring this out is you're not just like throwing darts and saying, all right, I'll do that. You need to have your core offer. And then you take your core offer, you look at your core offer, and you take pieces from your core offer, and that's where you have the ability now to start offering all kinds of unbelievable value, because your core offer is what gets people results, gets them that transformation, right? And now you're showing them pieces of the process on how to get there, right? So it could be the roadmap, the high-level roadmap, or a framework to show them what your core offer does. They're not going to be able to take what your roadmap is and do it. They're still going to need you. Okay? 98.5% of the people in this world, you can show them everything you know about what you do, and they're still going to need you, and they're going to want to be around you. So don't worry about giving up information. Show people you know what you're talking about. Show people that you have their solution. They're going to need you. As easy as you think it comes to you, I promise you, it does not come easy to them. It does not. And I see a lot of people having issues with that. They're afraid to give up information until someone pays for it. Don't worry, man. And the 1% of people that may get value out of you for free and then go on and be able to have some success, bravo. You still helped them. You made an impact, so feel good about yourself. But the majority of people are going to come and they're going to want to work with you. Okay? So that's it, guys. The 9 steps that you want to avoid when you're deciding on building a lead magnet. Let's go over them again. 1, make sure that your lead magnet solves a real problem. You want to ask yourself, what I'm giving away, does it solve a real problem? Right? Check. Do I make a quick promise? Am I giving them what they want? Yep, check. Lead magnet is easy and quick to consume. Check, right? Maybe a checklist. They can look at it, a blueprint, something that is just getting them. It's a taster. It's like an appetizer of whatever it is that's coming next, right? Niche audience. Do they perceive what you're giving away value? This is a really important one for quality. Okay, I want to stress this again, especially when you're going out to cold leads. You don't want to give away a free iPad or a computer or something that's not relevant, because then you're going to get freebie people that are signing up just because they want your freebie and not because they really care about what you're offering. And if that's the case, then the quality of your leads are going to stink, and you're never going to be able to convert those people into customers. So you want to give away something that is perceived of value for only your target markets. People that are going to become your diehard customers. People that are going to just be willing to do anything to get your content. Okay? It's like we talked earlier. If I gave up my entire step-by-step process on how to build a survey, and then I give you access with share surveys in the system that's already done for you. If you're a marketer, if you're somebody that's looking to build up your list, your asset, you're excited about that, right? But if you're somebody who has no idea what you're talking about, they're not really in marketing, they have no idea. For example, like on my Facebook page, when I post on my profile, I have a lot of friends on my profile from before I started pushing out and publishing content about what I do that are like, what is this? What are you talking about? I don't, and that's okay. They don't know what I'm talking about because they're not in the business. But the people that are going to be my diehard customers, they get it. These are people that are in it. They need this stuff. And because of that, they're willing to sign up. And I know if you're a diehard customer, if you're a diehard, you understand what I'm saying. So it's important when you're doing that. Number 4, make sure that whatever you're giving away is some value just to your specific audience. Okay? It's important for your quality. Number 5, once you're giving it away, you want to be able to give and acknowledge a time when they're going to receive it, how they're going to receive it, so that they stay in your process. You want to keep them in your flow as long as you can. You want to keep them consuming content. So you want to give them the timing. Yep, you acknowledge it. Okay? Does my lead magnet giveaway demonstrate my expertise? Does it show that I know what I'm talking about when I'm generating leads? When I want to generate a cold lead of somebody that doesn't know who I am? How do I do that? And then how do I convert them into a customer? Does it demonstrate my expertise? So ask yourself that question. That's important. Does the giveaway allow you to build a relationship with the customer? You want to be able to extend this relationship from the start today of what you're doing. You want to be able to still stay in touch with them. You want to get them to be ideally listening to your podcast, watching your YouTube videos, connecting on Facebook, following you on Instagram, being part of your text message subscriber list, your email list, your Facebook Messenger list, right? As many things as you could think of. Obviously, you can't do too many things at one time, but over time, you want to continue to get them to connect to you so they can continue to start seeing more of your content, consuming more of your content, realizing how unbelievably amazing you are, right? You know you're amazing, but you need to have people watching, seeing what you're doing to realize you're amazing, in addition to testimonials and things of that nature, right? But it just takes a little bit of time for someone to feel comfortable with you. So you're building up that relationship, okay? Number 8, you want to make sure whatever you're giving away allows you to ascend them up the ladder. So you want to ask yourself, whatever I'm giving away, is that a good first step into what I'm trying to get them to do later down the road? Okay? And number 9 is you need to make sure that you have a core offer. Okay? Because you're going to work backwards off your core offer to create your lead magnet giveaway. So these are the 9 steps you want to follow. You want to ask yourself these questions when you're giving away something as a lead magnet. It's really, really important. If you guys want to be part of this process, if you want to receive the 9-step email series and a PDF that lists all of these out, go to surveydetective.io and join our VIP waitlist so you can receive information on what's going on with Survey Detective, our platform, and the Performance Marketer Group. And we'll also subscribe you to the 9-step process. And you'll receive 1 email a day for 9 days on each step that you want to avoid the mistake. And we'll go into a bit more detail than I did here. And at the end of it, we will give you a report for all of the steps that you want to avoid. So if that's of interest to you, surveydetective.io, surveydetective.io, surveydetective.io. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss out when the new episodes come out. Listen to the old ones if you haven't done so already, because there's a lot of good stuff, a lot of good content. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is something I'm really interested in. I really want to start doing more on YouTube. I want to build up my audience there. So I'm going to start focusing on that. It's Eric Beer is the channel. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can go to www.ericbeer.com/videos. So it's ericbeer.com/videos, videos. So that's it for today, guys. I hope I served you in some way. I hope I've helped you guys with when you're thinking about giving something away that's really awesome and cool. And good luck out there, and keep working hard. Just get it going, guys. I know sometimes it's hard and you start overthinking things. Just go. Just do it. I find that's one of my biggest problems, and I always fight with myself about just go, just start doing it. It's okay if you do something and it's not the best that you can put out into the marketplace, or if it's not the perfect funnel, perfect survey, perfect headline, perfect email. That doesn't mean you don't send emails, okay? You can always improve, but just get it going. It'll start to snowball. So if you're sitting there and you're still kind of thinking about what should I do, how do I do it, just go do it. Start it. So I'm wishing you guys luck. As always, reach out to me if you want to ask me any questions, and subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have the Performance Marketer private Facebook group. If you want to join that, it's free. Just go and look for Performance Marketer Nation on Facebook, and you can join that group where we're putting some content out there. And follow me on Instagram as well. That's starting to pick up a little bit. Otherwise, be well, guys. Hope summer's going well, and I will speak to you soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.